knowing that this is the second largest Trackmania tournament ever in terms of prize pool, and also in terms of hype and how much there's been around it, live audience, you know, this certainly is important to them. This is what they put all the perfection into. When it matters, get these runs.
So it's just watching
when that
the
orange
finals
timer takes down to
like,
0, it's go time, and everything you've worked for comes down to
damn,
7.
I should be watching this
where we are going
with everybody else. So I thought it would be fun to watch together. It's been pretty wicked so far, if you haven't been watching. The finals is Afi, Carl Jr., Grenady, and Pack. Alright, here we go.
You're supposed to feel that it's difficult to scale these precarious paths up around our tower, which now is a beautiful Red Bull can. It's all inspired by the event, and so the players have to do their best to just stay on the track.
What up, King Dill?
Damage to the tires and the ledges here, the margins are very, very small. It already starts here in the middle of the track where they do an alley-oop through the checkpoint, and Pack is going to clip a little bit. Not the biggest mistake. It's important to get a low jump up the quarter pipe here, and no, he barely makes it.
A great jump from Pack, though. Overtakes Carl Jr. and Grenady, who went for a little bit of a higher
Beans,
jump.
What's up?
Here, trying to get onto that.
Have you been watching this?
With Pack just sliding out a little bit, Carl Jr. and Grenady will overtake him as well. But you can see how big the differences are, how big those gaps are between the players. 2 tenths, 3 tenths,
it's amazing
7 tenths.
how
it's
consistent
so easy to lose
they
a lot
are,
of time
man.
on a map like Climb, and now with this backup jump into the reset, we'll see who keeps the gear. Uppy has good speed, jumps into the can. Carl Jr. with a lower jump that will catch up a 10th at the end. Pack 6 seconds down. He's in last chance saloon already.
Yeah, instantly down that health bar. It was already very.
Off he takes the first one. Kayla sings, what up, Kay? Tail grab, what's going on?
Time and adjusting, that's what it's all about. Also, that last jump up into the can, very difficult to time it properly because you're aiming over an edge.
Yeah, this looks crazy.
Just into the finish as soon as you can.
Did Pack go too wide there?
Yeah, he lost a little bit of time. So this might already be him in danger. Of course, when you're in final chance, you have to win the round to stay in. So getting past one car is not really enough. You got to pass everybody.
It's also only the middle of that portion they go through is a reactor. The outside's a reverse booster. So Pack was just able to course correct to get into the reactor. Currently sitting in 4th place, though, not able to catch up quite yet. Afi leading.
Oh,
Grenady
crash.
Time. He's going to be out of the running for this one. We'll see how much time he loses as he gets through that next checkpoint. Carl Jr. trying to chase down Afi. Pack hot on his tails, but Afi is in a good position. Leading once again. Grenady 1.5 seconds back. He's going to lose about half his life. Afi with good speed coming out of the reset. Manages to get through the obstacles.
Jesus, they're so good, man. Oh no! Pack is out.
Grenady loses a second and a half.
Pack is out.
First place, Carl Jr. hot on his heels.
Yeah, big damage to half the field now. Only Carl really able to follow up
in
the first couple of rounds. And a 53.2 as well. Fantastic time by Alfie. Not at all easy to drive this map, as I'm sure you can see by how much the best players in the world.
So I'm not sure exactly how this scale works, but I'm under the understanding that they get a certain amount of time, and then however much they're behind, they lose from their time.
We'll see if it happens.
So yeah,
if it's fated for the most insane last round of a tournament on sudden death, but for now we will just see where the players end up. Everyone's had their moment. Afi is building up to a great lead right now, also getting a good start into this round. A 25-second checkpoint there. It's what you want to see. Now releasing a little bit up this jump so you keep the second gear on the landing, then flick left instantly to the right so you have enough space to get that next turn. Grenady leading the field, also barely clipping the wheel there, but he's able to stay on. They drift.
Jesus.
He's passing Carl before the turnaround. Then this last transition is so important. Pay attention to this jump here. If you land early, you'll have the speed. Grenady likely to snipe here. He gets it.
He does snipe him. Jeez.
In 3rd place.
Man, Grenady is nuts.
Fighting for that first spot. We are just about to get to the halfway mark of this map. And
okay, so see how Grenady only has this much time left on his life bar?
Down to 1 second left on his total life total, but let's get
so he has 1 second left on his life bar.
Every small move of the wheel here is vital. Look how low they jump here, almost clipping, and then almost clipping again in the middle for the reactor, so you can get up onto this quarter pipe and then round this corner. You need to hit the drift. It's such a small target you're aiming for. You can see Grenady there with the taps.
Oh!
And
He's gonna be out of health. That is too much. The checkpoint is far away. He crashed just
Oh
before
no,
the next
he's
checkpoint,
gonna be
so
out.
5 seconds is the damage.
So it's Grenady and
the other
Carl.
players will know, but who is going to now take this opportunity and jump up into first? It could be either Grenady or Carl, but Carl looking the very best out of the two right now.
It's definitely a good spot, but Grenady has the lead, at least in this round so far.
Okay, I gotta go with the Canadian boy, right?
Small backflip position, small release before you
Come on,
hit the
Carl.
jump, so you can keep that game. Grenady is accelerating away. Good bounce across towards the side. Both of them going low.
Grenady
Carl
gets
Jr.'s
it
entry
again.
Slightly better, so he catches up, but still a 2/10 advantage for Grenady on that.
Damn.
That's what we talk about with the wheels. Offie's left side of wheels just slightly off the left side.
So
of the
Offie's
outloop,
out.
and that means instantly into the red. This map is so unforgiving, and it's actually astonishing how consistently they can drive it, despite the difficulty in the position.
For Offie, though, there is a small ray of hope. This is the sort of map where people do crash. Like, people might,
Well,
I say
no.
that Offie's out.
Oh,
Immediately DNS.
Might crash medic, you did just predict that, and yeah, unfortunately it is Offie twice in a
Oh,
row.
I thought he
which
was
is for
already
He
out.
cannot afford. Carl with a bit of an awkward setup. Grenady going wide as he usually does, and now who gets the best alley-oop? It's Grenady catching up a little bit. Also going
Okay,
earlier, he clipped the wheel
now
a bit, but that
think
could
of
be
how
good.
nervous
Clipping
you
the tire
get
onto
when
the
it's
ledge,
Cup
and
of the
he
Day
extends now
finals.
to 0.1 ahead of Carl. Gonna try to release earlier. Get
Now
speed up the
imagine
dirt,
being
does
in
get
this
less airtime,
situation.
and then can flick into the left, and he has to gain the first position. But now a gear down up the
Like,
hill. Grenady will gain 2/10 from
being
that.
able
and
to
run away
handle your
with
nerves
a
is
lot of time
almost
here for someone who is in second
more
place
important
in this
than
match
how
right
fast
now.
you
I mean,
are.
Grenady needs big swings like this. He needs 4/10, 5/10 if he's going to catch up. He's only got 3 rounds to do it. Carl's low
Damn,
jumps, though,
Grenady
into
just
the end
keeps
have always been
taking
getting
him.
about a 10th. So it's only a 3/10 difference overall. Offie out, knocked out of the last chance, means we will have one player with 2 wins going into our 4th map. The question is it Carl Jr.
Right?
or is it Grenady?
Like,
You have to wonder if this is within range. It's less than a second, and if you try to safe on this map, you
I have
will be
choked
very
on the
slow.
podium
Others are sort of
Cup of the
built
Day
in a way
many
where
times.
you kind of have to take them at full speed.
I think it's within
It's
range
definitely a
right
lot
now.
harder
3.5
on
points
stream,
for last one. There's
right?
now an 8
And then the
difference in
fact,
total. We'll
like,
see
I just want to
how much
win
Grenady
so
decides to push,
bad
'cause already he's out to about a 10th lead. Carl Jr.
because
again,
everybody's
dancing back
watching.
about a 10th, and his
And what I'm
one
talking
back
about,
there.
20 viewers are watching, and that's how nervous I am. We're talking about thousands and thousands of people watching and a $50,000 prize pool.
Through the plastic, steer with it, and then jump up onto the dirt. Grenady has been getting some speed through here.
And then
you
not
see
to
him
mention,
do
you're not at
exactly
your own
that. And
house,
he
you're not at
goes on
your
the plastic.
computer, you're
Grenady about a 10th behind, 800th. The advantage for Carl
like
Jr.,
just
but Grenady
huge
needs it.
respect. Oh, Grenady takes him there. No, Carl's still in the lead.
A 10th behind, and unless Grenady can find something special, Carl Jr. with the inside line.
Oh my God.
Will actually pick
Oh.
it.
What a
On
round.
the finish line, a 53.5 to
50
100
large, man.
Yeah, and it's the same gap about that remains into the last round here. Carl versus Grenady, 1v1. They both have to drive the best lap
So
they can.
awesome for this
Grenady,
game
though,
that Red Bull
needs a
did this,
miracle
man.
Because even a great lap is likely not going to gain that much to make up the difference to Carl. So he's almost hoping that Carl makes a mistake here.
Yeah, you gotta wish that Carl crashes out.
Oh, Grenady crashed.
Grenady crashes the first jump, and now Carl should know this on the splits at the next checkpoint. He typically checks between when he has room, and the difference is 1.6 seconds. So now the adaptation has to happen. A little look there on his eyes down in the bottom left corner, knows the difference on the splits. And so this is just a tense lap where you're really telling yourself, don't mess up, don't mess up. This is what we practice, don't mess up. That's a little bit of a time loss. It's not all, but 1 second still in his favor.
What are
Thing is,
all
even if
these
Grenady catches up to 1
things on
second,
the
he
screen?
needs more on
He
top
does.
of that. He
But
needs so much.
a wheel clip, like
If Carl messes up, if Carl drives off the track, Grenady could catch back up. It's a second right now.
Last
but
jumps.
Carl only
Exactly,
has to
you
go
never give
down
up,
and
man.
Up again, and then
High
with the
jump,
low
high
jump
jump.
into
Oh.
Red Bull,
Oh, and he
clips
still
the
clipped
side,
too.
Carl Jr.
You could tell how nervous he was. Grenady looks over at him. Carl Jr. doesn't even look back. He doesn't even look back at Grenady.
In his hands.
And you should have seen his reaction there on the other monitor medic, because he was shook by that last clip, because that was how Pac went to 0 HP. He missed.
Someone in the
that
crowd
jump
had
and
my
didn't
stream
go
on.
into the Red Bull, and that is why he was instantly losing all his health. So that was so close, actually.
What up, Hero? What up, Aiko?
In the full lead of the final with 2 maps to everyone else's. Or Grenady and Pac's 1 and Offie's 0.
2 to 1 to 1. We're going to have another look at some of the highlights of that. Pac fell out relatively early on, was driving well, but all it takes is a couple of mistakes, a clip here, a clip there, and you're basically
This is the mistake,
out.
yeah, that Pac had, and it's so punishing because you're right there, you're upside down by the finish, but you don't get the lap counted. Offie started out so strong on this map. The script had him winning the map as well, so we had everyone on 1, but one small mistake.
Yeah, I gotta try this map. This map, it looks tough, man. I can't believe they can just drive it so flawless every time.
Because, yeah, you have to go close to the barriers on the plastic. That's also how Grenady failed in this final round, and what ultimately let Carl have this tense safe lap.
Have you guys finished your backwards maps? Because pretty much Hero is the only one that's submitted his so far.
He was scared, you know, scared for a minute, able to close it out.
Oh yeah, even he's nervous, hey? Okay, so I think there's 8 maps.
Then rooftops, then Alpine to round things out. And I'm just going to say it, like, unless Carl wins the next 3, we are going all the way to 8. We will see the champion who has the most wins after 8, unless someone gets to 5 before then.
Okay, so if Carl wins 3 in a row, or if he wins the next 3.
I wish we could get all the maps played and a bonus. Why not throw it in there? Right for that to happen. We
then
need
he'll
right
win.
Now to get another win on his map pick here. Splash is the next map going to be. And ladies and gentlemen, what a start to this grand final.
Holy virtual, what are you wearing, bro?
It has been on the edge of
what is this shirt?
Now we move into one of the most explosive maps in the tournament, right? All we have seen on Splash is people absolutely
I don't know about that shirt, man.
Yeah, the finish jump here is also suspiciously difficult, or like deceptively rather difficult, because
out of all the clothes you looked at, you went, that's the one I want to wear on the biggest event I've ever done. All right.
If you don't get that, it could be the same case as on Climb, instantly taking out your entire health bar.
What? They're playing this in your hometown?
7.85. Expectations
That's
are
sweet.
58s, really, right? Especially on a map like this, where
yeah, the crowd doesn't look that huge.
Smashing into the buoy like that, you really want to play a little bit safer, and
oh,
the sand
what?
section as well can be a little bit
Hero, you're there?
As much speed through here as possible.
Yeah, it's mapped that, again, we have maps that are so different in style. We had now a deep dip inspired map, and now we're on the beaches. Driving on sand with reactors and water bug slides. To become the Red Bull Faster champion, you need to master everything this game has to offer. These players have all done that, and now we will see in the 7 rounds who takes the point on this one, but Grenady really wanted to play it.
Grenady, I mean, you say he really wanted to play it. It was the last map left in the pool, Virtual.
He really wanted to play it.
He really wanted to play it. He had to pick something, and this was the only possibility. We saw the wall bounce there from Offie. He will be out to a little bit of an advantage with Carl Jr. with a good quarter pipe. Gets the speed back up. Now
no
we move
way.
across the water into the surfing section. Grenady, he really wanted to play this, and he really wants to watch everyone
else.
else
I'll have to rewind it and check it out.
Over the super turbos into the bug slide, turning left here. We'll see if anyone decides to use the different angle we saw from Elcon. Doesn't look like it. Pac and Carl Jr. with a good setup that will have enough speed to get onto the boat. Grenady a little bit behind. Everyone lands. The jump gets up onto that turbo, and now we move into the sand section.
Always so scary on the ferry jump there, but on the sand we see Pac getting away with the lead. Offie close behind, but
holy crap, they are so good,
terrifying bounce on the inflatable following Carl here. Let's see if all the players get it. You have to tilt the car to the front tire down so you can bounce high.
Oh, Grenady!
Grenady missed the finish.
Grenady missed the finish.
It is so deceptively difficult.
No.
Instantly, the health bar wiped out. And
what, he was too fast?
It's just an angle thing at the end of the day, right? Like, hurts for Grenady. We might see him out
the
in
rhinestone
2 rounds.
cowboy, awesome.
Now on out. He is out of the running.
It looks like a sick shirt. Just too many rhinestones makes it look kind of cheap to me.
Challenging me, obviously, Pac and Appy
each
still
to
there
their
to
own.
challenge as well. But there's a lot of weight on Grenady's shoulders. We see that wall bounce coming out. Carl Jr. not doing it. Usually able to catch up through this section. Very good at taking the tight line there. And then as we drift to the left, we'll go back across the water into the surf.
Yeah, and I also want to point out, unnoticed in that previous round, Pac drove a 0.2, so he actually took a decent chunk off the other South bars. Grenady with that final chance tag, also down in last, but he goes for the sharpest bug slide line now, nothing to lose. But this is the problem, if you go for that line, it's so hard to adapt, and he's going to fall further behind.
Grenady's going to be screwed, man.
Who makes the jump through the ferry, though a little bit behind the others. Uffy was in this similar spot against Pac in the last round, but Pac had a stellar ending and was able to get a 0.2. Uffy almost hitting the pillar.
Damn.
He gets a wide setup here and will still remain in first place as we approach the diving board and that pillar. Can they get the angle now? Carl looks sideways, but that might still get through Pac as well. Oh, everybody makes it.
Yeah,
wow,
just
Grenady lost
at the
half
end
a
there.
second, man.
Decided, let's not risk trying to get the extra time. Let's not try to get the nose down. We'll just go straight through. Uffy still with 2.8 seconds left on his clock. Obviously, we will
Remy,
see Grenady getting
what's
knocked
up?
out as well with him being in that last chance position. It's very close. There's 600ths between Pac and Uffy right now. 200ths back is Carl Jr.
So
in third
Grenady's
place,
out.
but unless we see some crashes, I'm expecting everyone's going to be within that 2.8, 2.7 mark for a while.
Yeah, and the level really has been set already. The bar that the players have to clear every time is around that 58.5 mark. If you don't, you're bound to lose some health, as these players, one of them is certain to drive that pace through the round. Even with some small mistakes, Carl going so close on the wall there, and you want to go high through the first part of the surf. That a small release here to not gear up. You want to wait with the gear up till the booster. Most efficient way of doing it. And now Carl's a very tricky line. Very inside. It's
oh my god. Oh my god.
Slow down so much to make the left. He still makes it. What about Uffy with this speed? Oh, that is a shaky line. And Pac now could do some damage. The others have made small mistakes of their own. He has 2 tenths, and if he gets a good end, this could put him further in the lead.
Oh, a little bit there, able to maintain the speed through here, though. He's going to be about 6/10 down, so it's a big advantage for Pac. We'll see if Pac decides to go straight. He has been doing that. Carl Jr. goes for the nose down. Will get in. Pac just clips. Carl Jr. 2/10 back. Uffy 4.5 tenths behind.
It's amazing how consistent. Oh, I gotta watch for Hero every time that it.
2.86 seconds left, and the others down to 2.3.
What up, Reaper?
Building like he did on circuit, and you have to see like the others have to start the comeback now. There's only 4 rounds left.
It's been really consistent from Pac. This is how he wins his maps. It's I take a 10th, I take a 10th, I take a 10th, and then eventually you're sitting at half a second behind saying, I have to risk the final 2 laps, and you just can't get that sort of lead back in that position. Carl Jr.
starting now. He's starting
really
now.
Really strong.
16:09 checkpoint.
Damn, look at. Okay, so ever since I found out about this game, Carl Jr. has won everything.
Immediately.
Pac is doing an interesting water bounce there, just going back.
Which is crazy because
means he can set up a little bit wider for this line. He carries so
these
much
guys are
speed
so close and so fast.
Nose down there from Uffy.
How does he win everything?
Fallen off a little bit towards the back of the pack at a 10.5.
He's really that much better than these guys?
Slaloming through the sands, doing it sublimely as he gets a good line towards this final bit. Uffy was very close to the wall there. Could catch up a little bit at the end, but decides instead, let's not risk the bounce. Let's go straight. He still holds down the accelerator a little bit longer, gets that extra speed, overtakes Pac at the end.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They're all so fast and consistent. How does he constantly win?
That was so at the very edge of the pillow. So incredible by him, and he will gain a few hundreds
really
back,
impressive. It is.
It's still such a strong lead here, and if Pac keeps driving this consistently, I don't know if they can catch up.
Yeah, you're looking at people needing to get towards world record pace, really, to catch up the advantage that Pac has developed. We'll look for that wall bounce once again. Pac and Uffy continue to do it. Carl Jr. decides against it. He holds this.
Yeah, Pac is nuts. Doc Shiz, what up?
This left-hand drift. Pac with a wide setup will carry more speed into the surfing section. You can see him take first place away from Uffy. Continues it, the little release that you talk about. But watch this. He does this slight right bounce where everyone else is going straight, sets him up wider for this bug slide, which means he carries a lot of speed.
I didn't even know you could bug slide on water.
It's just a lot more comfortable because you can really plan out your turn. When you're on the right side, like Carl was that one round, there's only one way back, and it's a very precarious line. He almost clips the baller there with someone did in the semi. Uffy in the lead now, and he again looked for a round win. This time he's in a better spot than the previous, but it requires that very risky jump. We know Carl here also likes to try the nose down and the side. It's faster if he gets there. Pac comes a bit and loses a few hundreds. Uffy with a 0.2.
Yeah, really quick from Uffy. We're 4/10 away from world record pace
right
now.
Oh, that sucks,
is
dude.
Still going to be about 3/10 ahead, just over.
What up,
3/10 in
Jules?
total. Carl Jr. 5/10 behind, half a second away. So with 2 rounds left, the question is,
Was
can you
Grenady just
make up
picking his
3/10
nose?
if you're Offie?
And the level here is so incredible. Like, apart from the unfortunate bounce from Grenady, it has been flawless by every player. It's a treat to watch. They
Just
are
look at
really
how
playing the
calm
format to
Carl
perfection.
Oh, went
looks.
for the wall bounce for the first time.
Like, it looks
Yeah,
like he's just
Pack has
watching
his
a
best
TV
start
show.
yet, 11.60 checkpoint. This is going to be very hard to follow because he was on 0.2 pace earlier. This is 0.1 pace.
Like, he just looks
8.1.
like he's
If
just
the rest
kicked
of the lap
back,
remains the
hardly
same,
even
Offie
trying.
now has to look for something crazy.
What can Offie pull out of the bag? A magician he might be. The question is, can he catch up with Pack? He can't. The nose slide. He has to take the bottom floor of
Has
the
to
belly, and
take
now
the
it's all
low
on Carl to try
road.
and reel in Pack, but that fish is flying into the distance. He just cannot be caught. Pack is 4/10 ahead.
Insane
It
pace.
is absolutely rapid here.
Wow.
From the UK hero, a long bounce gets up, lands it a 58.35.
Even saving the
Yeah,
effort,
you
because
can
I
tell
don't think
he's
he needs to
feeling the
see
nerves,
bounce to
eh?
the finish, but yeah,
Oh.
flawless match from Pack basically. The rounds that he's lost.
Hero,
has been
if you're
when others
on the
drive 0.2,
screen again,
it's against
give
one
us
of
a
these where his
peace.
average is 0.3.
Throw up the
Like,
peace
again,
sign,
just
and then
on
I know it's
repeat.
you.
So if he can do that for the final one, he takes a well-deserved map win here and joins
What up,
Carl on
driver?
those 2 wins. But he has to keep it steady because Carl is right there. He's only 0.6, 0.7 behind at this point.
Yeah, but it's like, does Pack make a mistake? He even just goes for the wide line, not go for the wall bounce. Offie didn't get a good bounce from the start, but we'll catch up a little bit as he comes through that quarter pipe. Carl Jr. trying to up the tempo, trying to up the pace. He's in the lead, but Pack has been so good through this surfing section, starts to catch up, and then through here as well, his setup is just perfect. He gains so much speed, sets up well, is a comfortable line as well as you say, while Carl is trying to take a slightly tighter line to get as much speed through here as possible, and it is working.
Damn, Carl's got a nice lead.
DNS, he knew he couldn't catch up, about a 1/10.5 between these two.
What if the bounce decides it now? What if that bounce plays denial for Pack? It's worked with that straight line, but you never know.
I
Maybe
totally
you hit the
disagree
wrong
with
pixel.
Offie
Maybe
DNF
you get
in
sent
there.
to the side. He's going to try to do everything he can to ensure that this is perfect. Even
releases
releasing
as
more,
well. Yeah,
getting the high bounce,
Even-
and he gets through.
even
Carl
if
winning
you're
the round with
out,
a really good time, but
finish
Pack,
with pride,
just what he
man.
has to do to take the map and get
You're-
2 total map wins here.
2 for Pack, 2 for Carl, 1 for Grenady. The 2-2-2 is still the 2-2-2-2.
It's still
on the
possible.
cards. It's still possible. We could have a 4-way sudden death match coming into the return to showdown. For now, though, Aerobatics is the next map on the menu.
Well, that's what
for
I was
us.
saying,
it's
Doc,
chosen by
is
Pack.
ever
Pack
since
is
I
winning this
first
and someone
found out
else has
about this
picked
game,
one.
he's won
Rather than the
everything.
last map, but he also gets to play his own
Like,
map now,
how-
which is really, really good for him. Also want to point out, Offie there saying sick pace in the chat. Of course, respectable that your opponent drives so fast. But yeah, somehow with a very tricky line to recover, that sort of set him back.
How is that
And then, of course,
possible when
focus
these
on
guys
other
are
ways. It's the first
so
bounce, not going his
close
way. Then some interesting
and so
rounds, he starts
fast
deciding a lot on the pace.
that he can constantly win?
Just at the limit. If you go further,
So
the front
close.
wheels don't touch.
I was so close from Offie, but
And I think that has a lot to do with what we just seen right there.
Astonished. And it was, as you say, his starts were
The
really
nerves.
solid. He was able to
He just
develop
looks
that lead.
cool as a
Offie also
kitty.
sliding out
Like
over
he's
the
sitting
edge,
there
but yeah,
watching
wasn't able
TV,
to
just
catch up,
like,
lost that last
"Du-
chance.
du- 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 du, no
battle
big
between
deal.
Pack
I'm
and
racing
Carl
for
has only seen
50
so many
grand.
times
No
over the
biggie.
years, and it continues to be a battle to be watched today.
Yeah, it's so fun.
That-
because these
that would
players
be
have known each other
my-
for so long. Like the top scene of
like-
Trackmania, there's been many players that have tried, but
Yeah, I'd be getting
Pack and
pumped
Carl for
up,
the last
right?
decade have
And then
been
every
at the
time
top,
that
and
I'd be
they've
getting
been
more
teammates
pumped
when
up.
We played duo formats. They've been opponents in World Cup finals many times.
Yeah,
It's often been the
there's
story
not that many
Carl has
people
beaten
there.
except for 2016.
Is that
That's when
hero right
Pack
there?
Took the trophy himself. He's also won some other cups along that. The World Cups and such. Carl has usually taken himself. Now they're equal. After half the map pack is played, they're equal, or a little bit more than half. We're in map 6, but we will see. You know, if one person gets a map win here, putting themselves in first with 2 maps left, that could be enough to win.
Yep.
You could ensure a tiebreaker at 3 map wins.
Yeah, importantly, if we get to 8 map wins and one player has more wins than other players, even if they haven't hit
Yes,
that 5 mark,
exactly.
they are our champion, right? It's only if we're tied for that first place that we will play the sudden death. So, for
Man,
example,
it
if
only
Carl
looks
wins a
like
map
there's
and then
100
Offie
people
wins 2,
there.
Carl would be the champion. at the end of it all with that 3 map wins.
That's
It's
freaking
aerobatic,
cool.
though. A lot of full speed on this map. Pack with the 2nd fastest time in the world publicly with a 54.19. Mudder with the fastest, a 54.17. 54-17.
Yeah, and we've seen players go all the way down to like 0.3, 0.4 in the earlier matches. But really, if you can get a mid 54 here, you are doing fantastic.
I know.
It's
I
so
thought Mudder
precise
would
in
be
many
in.
ways. It's precise because you have to speed.
His time will come.
It's precise because you have to get these.
He
low
trains
drifts,
hard,
these
that
neo
guy,
slides,
man.
as we call them, perfectly in the middle part through the hangar. And this is also a fun fact about this map I like to bring up. It's a real location that they recreated in the game.
No, he constantly wins
I
everything.
think they call it that now.
And
in Norwegian, we say that a dear child has many names. Hangar 5,
It's just
Hangar
crazy.
7. It's a beautiful, beautiful location.
Consistency.
And we started off with a tribute to
Cool
the
as a
jump
kitty.
from Felix Baumgartner.
Yeah, it's a great start to the map. We drop down ready.
Look at that.
To
That's
take
freaking
on
sweet.
The aerobatics
Let's go.
assault course. And you can
Oh.
see players going out to the left there. They want to get this little meme jump in so they can get a speed slide on their front left wheel. Good speed coming around the corner here from Alfie. Grenadi a little bit, Carl Jr. a little bit behind as Grenadi takes the lead. Pack now looking to catch up with Grenadi, who does have that slight advantage, that long drift in towards this left-hander. Pack with a very tight line, but he'll be able to
Damn,
Carl Jr.
look
with
at
a
him
great
catch
line,
up.
He's going to be able to overtake Grenadi, who has fallen back to 4th place rapidly.
This was something new to me, that drift from Grenadi on the very inside. Not sure he intended that, and he hits the wall here, makes contact.
Grenadi.
The keyboard he uses there to drift, not doing the favors for him. We're on board with Offie into the last 2 turns up the tunnel, and now the final straightaway. Pack doing a S4B, a speed slide on the last straight. Carl battling for it though, and despite the speed slide for Pack,
Damn.
takes first blood, 200s ahead of Pack.
At
Wow.
54.6 as well. Very fast
Yes,
from Carl Jr.
for sure.
It's going to be a tight map where you feel like there's a couple of places you can make mistakes, as Grenadi did in that map, but like losing a second and a half. But it's very much
Like,
the Neo slide
it should
section, that
almost be a
section in Hangar
separate
7 where
thing.
all it takes is you clipping the wall and you're going to lose a second to a second and a half.
Because-
We'll go into the second round, though, as Carl Jr. leads.
Like, it's got its
once
advantages
again.
and
Pay attention to
disadvantages,
the front
right?
left tire. They push the front
The
left
wheel
tire down
is,
so they can start a speed slide. 482 is an insane start by Carl. He doesn't get the
It's
best
gotta be
second speed
tough,
slide,
man.
But the start is still enough to carry him almost all the way up to first, and you want to see a 19.3 checkpoint here at the end of the runway. That is a perfectly done start for Carl, and he's now up in first after winning the first round. And again, this low speed drift from Grenadi, it might be safer, but you can see him lose a little bit in this segment each time.
Out drifting around towards the right. Tight left-hander, very easy to clip through here. This first drift a little bit easier, but the second one is very much that Neo slide. Offie going so
Look at how
wide,
cool
almost getting into
Grenadi
the
is.
tires.
He's just
As all
one
of them
hand
manage to get through
driving.
relatively safe in towards these final couple of turns. The S4D, that forced speed drift, possible from Puck, but he is quite far behind Carl Jr. trying to catch up with Grenadi. Grenadi has enough speed to hold him up.
Good job, Grenadi.
400ths and only a 10th between the 4 of them.
Insane round. When you just look at these final time, 5-7, 6-1, 6-6, 6-8, it really
yes,
speaks to the level that
exactly.
they're playing at. We see the health bars now. Carl dropping 400ths there, but still flawless match so far on this map. Pack as well.
Man, I would
has
be
had
so
good performances here,
nervous.
but he's also crashed into the hangar. That is the part they struggle the most with. So the full speed part, you can gain a bit, but you really got to lock in on those left-right chicane drifts.
Oh, Pack almost went over the
Very
edge
wide
there.
on
Man,
the
that's
side.
so
He's gonna lose quite
close.
a bit of speed, as is Carl Jr. They're both a 10th behind Grenadi and Affy at the start. Grenadi really needs to up the tempo, needs to force people to make mistakes, because of course he lost that second and a half on the first round. We're into round 3 right now. Grenadi with that tight line doesn't carry as much speed through here, and you can see Affy starting to catch him up, but as soon as we get through this
Yeah,
round,
like,
the speed
I
doesn't matter as
I say
much.
I want
Grenadi
Carl
still with
Jr.
that
to
lead.
win
Carl
'cause I
Jr.
gotta go with the
chasing on
Canadian,
tail of
but
Affy,
really,
and coming through as well. These small
Grenadi
tight
would be-
sections are where he really shines.
it'd be awesome
And
if he
Affy
won.
falls down to 4 through the Neo slide.
And look at this now. Pack drifts more, so he can break tap here, get an extra speed slide towards the finish, and
Wow.
he has more speed than Offie. He might even pass Grenadi here. Due to
Wow,
that
he's
strategy,
gonna-
but
no.
Actually, a little bit too
Carl
high.
takes
Close
it
run
again.
Carl gets it by 100th of a second this time.
Everyone within 500ths as well. It's going to come down to, do you make a mistake? If not, we're within a 10th of everyone. You can see Carl still only lost 400ths across the course of the map.
And they all know their personal bests are in that 0.1, 0.2 region. Like, if you get one stellar run here,
Doc
through,
Shiz, I'm
that
Team
could be
Carl all
enough
day.
damage
If
to
not
let
Carl,
you
then
get
Pat.
away with 5.6 for the rest of the match and still take the map.
But they're in map 6
Oh, yeah,
of
like-
the finals. They played the semifinals earlier today. Do you have the endurance?
Yeah,
Do you
Carl's
have the stamina
definitely the
to
favorite.
pull out a PB at this point? Currently, Pack leading the charge for 548 speed. Round 550 is perfection there. A 19-3 as well through the checkpoint. Carl Jr. in the last place, and going for that wider line. Gennady tighter, but Carl Jr. usually carries a bit more speed through this drifting section. You can see him catching up with Uffy and Gennady. Now the right hand, very tight, very intricate. Carl Jr.
set up for
still
Carl.
back.
Oh.
No slides out. He's going to lose a
What?
bunch of time there. Gennady falls out as well. Gennady 2 seconds down. He's going to be a last chance.
Gennady's
Pack
gonna be
6
in
tenths behind
trouble.
as well, and now it's between Carl Jr. and Uffy has a good line in towards this final wall ride. Should be able to hold on to it. I don't think Carl Jr. has the speed to catch up. It's going to be about a 10th, 800ths in the end.
And Uffy
Wow.
gained such valuable time towards Carl. A 10th is hard fought here. He's down 2 tenths on the leaderboard before this round. Now it's a lot closer, and with Pack and Gennady dropping out of contention
That's
range,
crazy, yeah.
unless there's bigger mistakes
Like-
by the others, this is important for Uffy.
That's
to
what I
finally
say.
get on the
How
board
can he-
here. He has 3
How
rounds
can
left to
he
catch
win
Carl, and
all
we'll
the
see now as
time
they
and
go into
be
the
so
start again,
consistent
it's really
all the
hinging
time?
on the speed slides.
It's not
This
like
round
he's
was close up front with Carl in
that
round,
much
and
faster than
ultimately
everybody
held
else
all
or
the way
anything
to
like
the
that.
finish. So he
It's
gets a good
just
speed slide. He likes to go more to the left
consistency.
here, Uffy. You can see him there, and then good setup here. And Carl is actually with the worst start. Uffy not getting a good speed slide either. This is Gennady and Pack's chance for a comeback, I think.
I mean, for Gennady, he needs to win this to stay in contention in this map. Would be hard for him to win in the end, but you have to keep yourself in
Now
the
here.
battle. Uffy ahead of Carl Jr. though. Every 10th between the two of them matters. Pack Jr.
Look at them catch up.
Pack
Oh,
with a good line.
my
Carl Jr.'s
God.
going to overtake Uffy as we come into the Neo slides. Pack still leading the charge as Uffy tries to catch up. Carl Jr. just have a little bit more speed going into this right and left hander, and then we will see the final corners of the map. Uffy with the S4D trying to get enough speed to catch up with Carl Jr., but Carl Jr. is far enough ahead, has good speed, about a
Wow.
10th between the two of them, a 54.4 from Pack.
Insane pace from Pack. He knows he has to step on it now to get back, and he is, you know, getting closer. He's 0.4 out.
Yo,
and that
what's up,
could
Sensei?
happen if you
I
keep
know,
showing
right?
points
Like,
force.
Yeah, but does it happen? is
Driving
the question,
to
right?
that
It's
limit
4 tenths
and
between him and Carl Jr., 2 tenths between him
not
and Uffy.
crashing.
I think the battle still remains between Carl Jr. and Uffy.
It's just so impressive, man.
Absolutely miraculous. Maybe he can get back in it. As you said, it is his map pick. Did only have a couple of options. It was this or Splash, but aerobatic something he is very comfortable on.
all
Uffy,
right, so
with
Gennady's
good
out.
speed coming into this first wall ride, should be able to get up to only 542, not as quick as he'd like. Pack trying to get away from them as Carl Jr. in third place
Carl
right now
Borg.
goes for
Exactly.
that. Uffy and Pack doing the same. Pack a little bit tighter. Carl Jr. sets up a bit wider, which means he'll have more speed to catch up with Uffy. Can't quite overtake Pack now. A long right-handed drift into that Neo slide section.
Uffy had to let off, so he's going to lose some valuable time now. And Pack is still trying to gain time towards Carl. Remember,
Right,
it is
just
0.4
look at him-
overall, but he's
just
looking
look at him
0.1
drive.
already, maybe with a good
He
ending
just
to
looks-
get that 0.2 he needs on average. Hard drift into a break tap. To
Like,
get
this
S4D.
is no
This could gain more
stress to
speed. I
him.
think Carl actually gained on him during this segment, and it's only going to be 500ths to his name.
Just half a tenth there for Pack. It's still a
I was watching
54.5
Mudda's
is
stream,
absolutely blistering pace. Uffy
and he was
losing out a
training
ton on
at,
that, but some out of contention. You can
with
see
the heart
Paul's
rate
out in
monitor
third place.
and
If
trying
Carl Jr.
to
makes a mistake,
do it at like a high
it's
heart rate and a low heart rate,
for
and
it's going to be a tricky one. Round
It's
7,
crazy.
Final round of aerobatic. Carl Jr. looking to pick up another map win.
yeah,
Nice on him
exactly.
now,
Slide
Carl.
locks,
2
like,
map wins to his name, a third one at the 6th out of 8 maps. Would
look at how
be
nervous
setting him
I
up
get
for
at Cup of the
another
Day
potential
Final
tournament win.
3,
He's won
let
everything
alone
there is to win before this. World
50
Cups,
G's
Raider
on the
Cups. He's
line
had it
and
all. This
thousands
new
of
tournament,
people
he could
watching
maybe
you,
win
and
the
not
inaugural
just 20
edition,
people
but Pack
watching
is
you.
trying to deny him. Pack has a 0.1 better start, and he is ready to all in, but he crashes.
Oh,
He
no.
crashes in that pursuit, and now Carl is going to have that information to work with. He gets through the slalom. He gets a good setup for this Neo slide. It's not going to fail. Plenty of space. Uffy is there, but Carl, I think, has this one on lock and will
damn,
take
he
the lead
takes
of
it
the map
again.
and be very close to that eventual trophy. Uffy is right by his side, and this is going to continue all the way to the finish. But ladies and gentlemen, Carl has taken the lead in the match.
3 map wins for
There
Carl
now, he
Jr.,
takes it.
an unstoppable force of nature.
He's
2
nervous,
maps
too.
left. If he gets to 4, he is uncatchable now. With if he wins this next map, Carl Jr. is the Red Bull champion, I believe.
Can't come back.
Yeah.
It's all
on rooftops, man. Yeah. We're all flying high in the sky on the rooftops. We'll see if Carl Jr. can close.
Oh, really? It's been that long, hey? I was saying ever since I found out about this game, but I didn't know it's been for that long that he's been dominating.
2-3 map wins, I think.
Holy crap, eh?
Naughty and Pack, the only people that can match and put it to a sudden death, but they're still also playing for the prizes between them, of course. Second place gets a better prize than third and so on, so you want to really push everything you can. Every map win matters.
Like, how has...
As we look at some of the replays going through the...
How has nobody
it is just so intensely fast. You could see
taken that top spot from him in that long?
Losing a second and a half, but Pack had the pace, and he was just pushing it a little bit too close to the line. Carl Jr. was able to build up that slow advantage.
Yeah.
We talked about it in Splash.
It don't matter if it's a sport or a game or any... To stay at the top of anything for that long, man, you got something special inside of you. And yes, they played Climb, yeah.
Probably for Pack twice in a row to come back, and ultimately it didn't happen. So Carl takes the map. We're getting warmed up on rooftop. As you can see on the left there, the players are getting settled in. This map is equally to Circuit and to the previous map, Aerobatics, one of the more technical ones, one of the more that features the drifting style. Also a lot of obstacles. You see here, they're coming up to the ending. The most important part, this slalom left-right into a flip.
And yes, that's the other thing, for sure, Sidelock. I totally agree, man.
Also showing the flip here. Or maybe even respawning a few times. You have to just do this ending over and over again.
This Red Bull thing is doing a lot for this game in our community.
We saw a lot in the semi-finals as well. Pack was able to catch up about a 1/10 of a second, if I recall correctly, with just those really good low jumps. So it feels do or die. It truly is. For Grenady, for Pack, they are looking to try and match, obviously, Carl Jr. on those 3 wins. Pack having 2, Grenady only having 1. Grenady needs to win out here if we're going to get a sudden death between him and Carl Jr. in after the next map. For Pack, winning this would even the score with Carl Jr. and put it all down to Alpine, which is one of Carl's least favorite maps. Like, if you can get through this map, Carl isn't that comfortable on map number 8.
And for Grenady, this could be important. Like he said, Alpine is his favorite map. Yep. If he's able to hit the rail there and go for that every time, if he gets a win here, he could also come back and match Carl in 3. So yeah, Carl picked Alpine because he wanted it last. He didn't want anyone else to get a point there early on. I think that was his strategy. So this is a very important map for Carl to try to close it out. Else it could get very dicey. We're going into round 1 of rooftops here.
All right.
Which could be one of the last maps of this, the very last map of this tournament.
It could be. It could be. Let's see how the players adapt to another new map. Early doors on this, not too important. We'll get into this long left-handed drift. You can gain a bit of speed here, but really things begin to get exciting as we get into the corner pipe jump.
Remy. It's just nuts.
Oh, line does get a bit more airtime, but you see the speed Grenady's got out of this, and Carl Jr. has not kept up the pace. Grenady now dropping off the end, down into this backflip. You want a low jump here, just clipping the gravel, and that's exactly what Pack does. Look at how low Pack was into that wall ride.
Risking it for the biscuit.
But the drift around the corner means that Pack has a good line into this last corner. He likes to take this tight on the hairpin. Uppy maintaining a little bit more speed as we come on over to the beam, and Uppy is now beginning to take the lead. Pack, though, has so much speed. A low jump from Pack. Super low, a 10th ahead of Grenady, and a 2nd and 2/10 ahead of Carl.
Wow.
Carl with a big mistake there. It just kept snowballing up, didn't get it to work right. He was 0.3 down about halfway through the map, and then I think the tight drifting section is where further time was lost. We saw the other players really close though, but Uppy having to let off before the final jump, and therefore not chancing the lowest possible jump at all. You gotta stay in contention here. Takes a little bit of damage for that, but he can still very much fight back on this map as well.
Once again, onto the rooftops of Red Bull faster. We saw Uppy leading through the early portions of round 1 here. Once again, he is out to a bit of a lead. Let's see how Carl manages this quarter pipe jump, because that's where he struggled last time. This time, a much better jump. Keeps within chasing distance of the rest of the pack. That's kind of what he wants to do.
The backflip from Pack here was stellar last time. This time, not as great, but maybe Grenady also had it a little worse up front. Offie is leading the charge this time.
Yeah.
Low line there in the turret, very close to the corner twice, and has such a good setup here. Comfort.
Here's
and
Carl
pace.
Jr. on the map that he's not very good
Now
at.
Carl, second place, could go from last to first this round.
What the
Going for
hell?
flip. Is he going to go low? Gets a little bit of a high flip. He might get sniped. Offie failed. Offie failed to flip. And did he finish? He did, but 1 second lost.
Yeah, Offie loses a whole 1.2 there out of his life bar. He's going to be down to 1.3. Carl Jr. in first place, but you can see there's still a massive lead for Pack and Grenady here. It's theirs to lose.
Yeah,
Basically,
exactly,
don't fail
Oreo.
the
This is a
final
bad
jump, and
map
they
for
should
him.
be in a
That's
good
what they
position.
said.
The question is, will the pressure get to them? For Grenady, he needs to win out. Has to win Nets, has to win Alpine if he's going to match Carl at 3 wins, and we will go back to Showdown. For Pack, if he wins this and wins Alpine, he is the Red Bull Faster champion. He can taste it. His friends
so
and
if
family
Pack
are in
wins
the crowd,
this
here,
and
once
the
again,
next
he's
one,
off
he'll
to
win.
a good start on the rooftops.
So it is
Grenady a little
possible.
bit behind, about 2/10 away from Appy, who's in first place. We'll get down into this drop down and then the backflip. Pack's backflip so low. Hitting that gravel with your front wheels gives you the extra speed. He loves to take this wall ride low as well as we come into that left-hand drift. A very tight affair here through the corners, then left again into the hairpin. Uppy's still leading by about a 10th. Pack a little bit slower through here as Uppy gets more speed. Carl as well catching up with Pack, and now it's all on the jump. Uppy looking for it, Pack going very low. Will catch up a bit of pace with Uppy. 2/10 behind. Carl Jr. going through at the same time.
And importantly here, if you look at the overall health bars, Pack gains towards Grenady. It's 1500s gained, and that is the range he needs right now. Carl and Uppy, if Grenady and Pack don't crash, are sort of too far, and they are both fighting for this really important map win. For Pack, it would mean tying up the match, as you said, and they both on 3, meaning even if he doesn't win Alpine, if Carl doesn't win it, they go to that Armageddon we talked about. And Grenady, he's waiting for Alpine. He's been wanting to play it. That is one of the hard maps that he could really pack a punch on. So right now, both of them are in a fantastic position to put us to map 8 and make this very tense, but Carl could also just end up being the most consistent one from now on. That flip is very, very difficult to do 7 times in a row without fail. All the players
Carl
have
in
survived the
last,
start here, and they're within a 10th as we get across the bridge and to that backflip.
Here we go, low and fast. Pack a little bit higher than he wants to be. You can see his car bouncing
that wasn't
up and down
a good
there. He's gonna
flip
fall
by Pack.
down into 4th place, about a 10th behind, and this is Grenady's opportunity to catch up once again. Carl Jr. and Uppy hot on his heels as they come round into the hairpin, trying to maintain as much speed as possible so you can carry it through to that final jump. Uppy and Carl in the lead. Grenady catching up. Carl flips, as you say. Uppy looking for that low jump. Grenady trying to catch him up, almost gets bounced off the checkpoint. Pack catches
and
up
Carl
a little
got
bit.
last
Carl
there.
loses a second.
Wow.
And in the end, Grenady and Pack, I believe, are going to be basically even. There's 100th between the two of them.
Pack and Grenady, just 100th, yeah.
Oh
Grenady
my
answers
God.
back. Beautiful jump there on the very left side of the goal. It's what you need, and halfway through this map now, round 5, 3 rounds remaining. Will decide it. Let's see, in the start, it's a bit of a calm before the storm. We're waiting for that quarter pipe jump to really give us the big differences, but you have to be precise here too. You know, those very few hundreds could matter. The nose down drop to get a good drift setup. We'll see if there's any differences. Grenady jumping a bit far, having a bit less speed. There's things that, you know, can make the jump up a little awkward, but wow.
Oh, that was a good jump up.
Smooth landing by Grenady, the steering wheel player, and he's going to go butter smooth through here first before the backflip.
He's going to go butter smooth through here, Sensei Virtual says.
He gains as well. Grenady, as well as you say, they're basically on top of each other into that left-hand drift, holding tight through these lines. Now it's all down.
Damn, Grenady, good
and
driving,
beam
man.
across the side. Pack trying to go a little bit wider there, gets a bit of speed, but Grenady catches him up pretty quickly. Now it's all on the jump. Who goes low? Who goes high? Pack so
Oh my God!
Pack on the
Wow.
gets the hundreds he needs to
Wow.
put himself further in first with 2 rounds remaining, but they go neck and neck. It's so close.
1/10 between Pack and
Carl
Grenady now,
on
as
last
you say.
chance now.
It's a couple of rounds left.
Carl Jr. down to the final chance. Offie at 0.8 of a second left on his health bar, but really, I think Pack and Grenadi, sorry, have been so consistent thus far that we will follow the battle between them. Already a tiny mistake by Grenadi there. No stand, not the way he wanted it to be, but I think it's not gone unpunished. He gets to the drift, equal with the other players in time, and it's actually Pack that was trailing, but he got a good drift.
Yeah, really nice speed coming out of that corner there for Pack. Now it's that low jump. You hear them just like touching the throttle there, back and forth, making sure they get on towards that quarter pipe properly. Over the jump, down into the back with Grenadi, about a 10th behind Pack in the lead right now. Tries to get that low jump, trying to catch up, but Pack is in a solid position to begin to close this one out. Just needs to get through these final couple of corners
Grenadi's got some
smoothly.
speed.
Grenadi trying to catch up. Does carry more speed through him, and Pack doesn't have the best drift around
this
that
is
corner.
so
Grenadi
close
catching up.
right now.
Pack, though, with a little bit more speed coming into
Who's
the
it gonna
flip.
be?
Nice and
Carl
low from
Jr.
him.
Oh,
Grenadi will catch up a little bit of pace, but it's still
Did you
an
see
extra
that?
tenth for
Carl
Pack.
Jr. had it and
Extra 2/10
clipped
even.
the
other players were
ground
within
there.
200s of each other. Carl knocked out of this map. Offie still stays in with a 0.4. Fantastic time for rounds mode. And before we go into the final, is it the final
Wow,
round?
that
Yes,
was
I believe
so-
it is. We have Pack with a 0.25 lead. 1/4 of a second. That's all you have to work with here. You have to beat your opponent. By that, with your Grenadi, you have to
By
gain
a
all that
quarter
time
of
back.
a second.
So where do you send it if you're Grenadi? Is it purely on the final jump?
It's the quarter pipe. If you get that butter smooth quarter pipe, that's how he pulled ahead. The backflip Pack seems
Gotta
to
get
be
that
getting it
butter
better
smooth.
most of the rounds. Yeah, that one unfortunate one, but other than that, it's been flawless. So
I'm gonna
right
start
now for
using
Grenadi's
butter
the moment
smooth all the
to try and
time
get
now.
that perfect release. He releases early. Oh, but Pack does as well, and they go about equal, so no big differences yet. No stand over this, equal just about, but Pack pulling a little bit away. Now the backflip could be decisive. Where does Grenadi strike? The backflip is better.
It is
It's
better.
much better. Pack will be trailing after this downhill. How much is the difference going to be? It's about a 10th in favor of Grenadi. Is he going to be able to push? This is where Mudda tried to push him, but now he's the one pushing in the finals to take a second map for himself. Pack is actually about that distance behind.
Oh my
He's
God.
going to be able to make the comeback happen. It's low. Grenadi's going to take it.
It's
Grenadi's
enough.
going to take
It's
it.
enough.
He's going to snipe it back.
It's
What?
2.2 500ths. I believe it's enough. I think
Wow.
Grenadi's done it.
Wow.
Grenadi's done it.
Wow. Oh, Grenadi's pumped.
Of a second.
He's
He
pumped
missed that
right
flip
now.
too. It was perfectly low across the building onto the rooftop and soaring into
Oh, what a
second
wicked
place time
race,
Pack.
man.
Before we go to Alpine, the last map, Carl still leads the match. Grenadi and Pack could both tie it up to that Armageddon. Offie could also win a map for good measure, but yeah.
That could.
The way it plays out now
Yeah,
is if
Grenadi's.
Carl wins, he wins.
Yep.
If Grenadi wins, Carl and Grenadi play sudden death. If Pack wins, Carl and Pack play sudden death. And if Afi wins, Carl is our champion.
Yeah, Offie could secure the win here.
Oh
for
my
Carl,
God, that's
technically,
crazy.
But also so many different outcomes. But remember, this is the map Carl probably wants to play the least out of all the maps
Oh,
in this map.
and
pack.
this is the one Carl
it's
wants
a
to play
very
the
hard map.
least.
If you remember from stage 2,
Okay,
that railing
so this
was
could
something the
be
players all
huge for
avoided because they
Grenadi
could save it.
because
But now in the finals, they will not
your
dare to do that. I
your
think they might
emotions
have
and
to
your
go
heads,
for that.
your mind
We'll
state
see
matters
how
so
we play this
much
game. We have
at
to be
this
talking about
point.
Alpine. We have to be talking about Alpine.
And I think it is important to
And
note
Pack just got a huge boot in the nuts with a steel-toed boot right there. And Grenadi is on cloud 9. He's feeling super confident. He feels like he can do anything. Grenadi might pull this off right now.
Would want to buy the script, but we didn't write it. The players played it out, and we are getting to witness Trackmania history here. It's
Virtual.
incredible.
Does he
The emotions
write
from
this
the
stuff
players,
before or
and
come
there's
up
just
with it on the
one
spot? He
minute
just said
left on the
Steven
orange
Spielberg
timer
would want to buy
before we
this
get on,
script.
and
Oh,
yeah,
I just love
look
the
at
emotion.
the emotions, yeah.
And you see Pack with his head in his hands. He knew that, like, he had it in his hands there. You see Grenadi, like, yeah, I can win this now. Alpine is my style of map.
Yeah,
And you see Carl
that's-
just deadpan. He is locked. He is loaded. He knows a lot comes down to this map, but there's no point stressing about it. You've just got to play what's in front of you.
There's 3 potential victors still on the last map. We're playing for 17,000 euros for first place and 7 rounds of Trackmania on one of the hardest but also most visually stunning maps I've ever seen. It's Alpine on your screens right now. Let's go through this map real quick in the warm-up on board with Pack here. We're in the middle of a map where we see an ice... Oh, he's going to reset, so...
Like, driving ice on the wheel.
The ice slide is important because it builds speed for the ending, but really... If anyone's close to the ending here in the warm-up session, we have to take a look. No one's close, so we'll stick with Grenadier.
Slide Lock, are you still on the stream?
There's the Rail Medic. For first round of this, you might not want to do the risky.
No, do it. Grind the rail. Grind the rail. Come on, Milton Keynes. Grind the rail. Grind the rail. Yeah, I love it. If Martin can do it when he's already won the map, everyone else should be doing it anyway. Look, it is the final map of the Red Bull Faster tournament. Unless we go to sudden death, it's going down to this. Carl Jr. is
all right, here we go. Who's gonna do it?
After he can play spoiler, let's get the hell into this. No,
like, I hope that Offie doesn't win and it goes to Carl Jr. because Offie won. I hope it's one of the other outcomes.
And if you have good speed with the normal way, you might be able to get away with safe finish.
Oh,
Carl Jr. ate the gear in the uphill. This is about a second lost.
Yeah.
This is going to snowball.
This is not going to be...
And only reset the speed difference when we get to the cave. And the difference is about 1 second. So Grenadier here on a fantastic run has pulled away from everyone else. Now he was in this situation previously and he decided to save. What do the players decide now? We have Offie on the left. We have Offie going for the straight setup. Look at this new strategy that we've seen in practice. The players that have hit the rail.
So much speed.
Damn.
Is Offie just going to catch Grenadier?
Oh.
Take it. Offie 500s behind Pack. Over half a second and Carl loses 2.
Wow.
So that is something new.
And Carl gets last.
It's quicker on paper, but this straight setup, you try to just get one set of tires on and balance just enough of the car on the rail across.
You can see the extra speed that Offie got out of that. He is not done. You might not be able to win, but you can look at that. Carl Jr. 1.9 seconds down. He is struggling.
Oh, he's in trouble, yeah.
And really relying on Offie to be his white knight in shining armor. Offie and Grenadier off to a good start again as they go up through the jump. Now straight, make sure you don't slide out with these icy tires. In, around, into this ice slide. No grip, that means that you're not going to slide out if you do drop the gear. You go up around this corner and then towards the bobsled.
Oh, Pack with a fantastic turn there and good speed, but really in the bobsled.
Okay, so the no grip block means you're not going to slide out if you lose the gear.
And effortlessly passes Offie and uphill. He had the best start previously.
So remember we were playing that plastic no grip map, or maybe it was ice, I didn't know which one it was.
Again with this wide line, setting up on the left. She has space to go to the left again here with the straight line.
I think that's why.
Almost slipping, but he gets there. Pack sliding a bit, but
oh my god!
That's absurd.
Wow!
I thought Grenadier had a good angle coming out of it with straight, but Offie catching up basically 2/10 in the last moment.
Yeah, Carl screwed on this one.
Once again coming back in fourth, loses 6/10.
Yeah, this is wicked. This is wicked.
Just over half a second left on his life after only a couple of rounds.
It is so tense. Can you imagine if you're Carl right now, you're seeing your health bar go down, you're hoping that Offie with the strategy could win, and he looks very comfortable on it. In my practice, and when I play this map, I've thought that ice slide is inconsistent. I cannot get it correctly. These players are doing it every time, but what Offie's doing might just be the final strategy where under all the pressure, line up straight, get the rail, try to win.
Once again, we move into this ice slide. Kai Jr. still with the pack this time, has been falling behind by this point on the previous rounds. Offie falls back.
This is big for Grenadier because they were so close up until now. If Grenadier gets a good round now, he could pull away as the clear first place in terms of health bar.
And equalize Carl Jr. on that 3 map wins if he does it. Pack looking to upset the apple cart. Low jump from him, a little bit higher from Grenadier. He's going to hit the ground a little bit slower. Pack looking for that sideways. I think Carl Jr. is actually going for the Pack.
Oh my god!
I think he saves it a bit.
Carl Jr. went safe.
How much does Grenadier gain towards Offie now? It is only 0.6. Offie actually did a perfect ending despite the start mistake. And I would say he's still in contention.
He definitely is. I mean, we've already seen Pack just mess up, right? Like, all it takes is Grenadier to miss the slide on that rail, and he can be losing 6/10 very, very quickly. We're going to get into round 4, the halfway mark of this final map of the regular competition here. We may have sudden death on the horizon.
And remember, the pressure increases with every round. Right now, there's still many things that can happen, but when we get into the last final round, that railing is so much more difficult to aim, and all the players have done really well so far. Do not make the biggest mistakes, but I think we will see the pressure now. Who can handle it the best? Those are going to be the players that will go to that Armageddon with Carl, if that is the case. Carl, though, still with the lowest health bar, but fighting for first right now, getting good bobsleigh next to Grenady. Where is Uffy? Can he play denial with that safe strategy, that somewhat safe strategy anyway? It's not safe, but it's a little more understandable to line up straight for the rail. We know actually Carl does that too.
Yeah, we do. I saw Carl going around the long way here. We'll go out all the way to the outside. Grenady in front. Is it a big enough lead?
Oh no, Grenady!
He's trying to reverse into the finish, but Carl Jr. will claim first.
Oh.
In the end, it's a whole second.
It's a whole second.
It's swung. It's now 4-10
that one's got a sting.
I think Pack is dangerously close to that. Yeah, final chance only 0.15. Carl's starting to get closer now.
Oh my god.
All it takes is one rail miss, Medic.
That's all it takes, and we've seen 2 in a row now. The question is, can Grenady get out of that hole, get out of that slump? He's 3/10 behind Uppy. But the first few rounds on this map, he was so consistent.
Lock in,
When we
Grenady.
saw him in the semi-final, he clipped here a couple of times, still able to manage the jump this time. Carl and Uppy leading the charge. Grenady in the chasing pack. Pack all the way down with basically a 10th left on his life bar. Carl with the inside line here. Uppy doing the same. As you say, Carl is releasing a lot, but Grenady's now back and forth, and Uppy has a good line and good speed through the bobsled. He's beginning to accelerate away, about 4/10 ahead of Grenady. The advantage beginning to extend as Uppy very close here, but with a good line. Look for that backflip. Wants to be nice and low. Minimize the time in the air. He kind of goes from right to left, and now will line up those 2
driving
wheels on
awesome
the rail.
because now the pressure's gone.
Oh
no!
He doesn't have the speed.
Grenady will gain a little bit back. Let's remember, if Uffy wins
Damn,
this map,
and
then
Carl
wins
almost
the tournament.
3/4 of a second.
Grenady gets 6 more hundredths to get closer. We have 2 rounds left. Grenady needs
Oh,
to get
this
past
is
Uffy.
this
He
is
needs to gain
wicked,
about
man.
2/10. He did it against Pac to secure himself at 2 maps. Now
What a save, what a save, what a save. Exactly.
Please make some noise for the players. They're playing their hearts out on stage right now, trying to make the most of it, trying to claim the title for themselves. Uffy sliding
Oh
out at the
no,
start.
he's
This
done.
Cost him 0.4, 0.5 a second, and he has a different jump than usual up on the platform here. Will he get there? He will.
Oh, just.
This
Wow,
is
he
an
caught up
opportunity for
that
Grenady.
much already.
Grenady is in 3rd place right now. He's only about 3/10 ahead, extending it to about 4 as we come into the ice slide. Carl Jr. could do the funniest thing and just manage to hold on to it himself as well. Grenady taking a wider line here, very slow as you say. Uppy trying to catch up, but he's half a second behind right now. Grenady has so much time to work with, 3/10 between him and Uppy. Uppy is catching up, good speed as we come around towards the backflip section. Grenady holds the line, doesn't clip anywhere. That's all he kind of has to do right now. 4/10 between him and Uppy.
Here we go,
and that's
coming
the battle
down
we're
the
really
last
looking at. Pac
section.
trying to fight back, but he has already lost so much.
Grenady
of his
takes
health
the
bar.
tight line.
Grenady on the rail.
With a
That's
beautiful-
wobbly. Pac's going to bounce out. He's going to go into last chance. Uppy, how
made a
much has he
mistake.
lost? Is it 2 seconds, a second and a half? In the end, it's
Wow.
2. And it's Grenady's for the taking.
Grenady is on so much health. Carl on final chance. I think he can even save finish here, Medic. I
Carl's
think Grenady
out.
can go for the save finish in the last round and still have enough health to sustain the damage the others would do and put us at an Armageddon.
Is it gonna
It will be
be
sudden death
Grenady
between
and
Carl
Carl?
and Grenady.
Yeah.
This
This is the
on
round.
showdown. If that happens,
Come on,
can
Grenady.
Grenady hold his nerve. Pac realizes.
There's going to be a pause. There's going to be a pause. Pac is...
Oh, he says my pad
I'm
is
not sure.
struggling.
I'm not... Yeah, there's going to be a
Skip,
pause.
we have a pause.
And
Oh.
if the tension in the room wasn't high enough, we're going to have a pause on the very final round to resolve an issue. All good now in the chat, and we can continue and take...
Importantly, this is not the round that we're continuing with. We'll reset it, I assume, and get back into it, yeah.
Just a small break.
Oh, yeah.
My God. So we have to think about this now. Grenady has, I think it was 1.6 seconds to work with, and Carl can only watch. He did lose that final chance position there, so he can
Yeah, this is
only
a
sit
wicked
and
race,
watch this
man.
round. There's really what only can go wrong for Grenady here is if he misses the safe finish. In the Mudda situation, you could risk, but here, I mean, really.
Oh, why risk?
I mean, really, if you risk this one.
You're fighting for your life. You just need to finish the map and do it within.
Yeah, Grenady's freaking locked in right now.
Yeah, that's all. Right? Obviously, if
There's
Grenady
still things that can go wrong early on.
Yeah.
Well, if you get there, you should probably save.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. This is the
Can he
final
do
round
it?
of regulation time, and we might go to overtime with that tiebreaker if it happens. But all eyes on Grenady right now. 58 seconds of driving through Alpine, up this mountain in beautiful, beautiful conditions. Can he get this jump he struggled with in the semi? Up to the left.
Uffy with a good start. Grenady trying to chase him down. Uffy a little bit higher. No clips
That's
with
a good
the wheels
jump.
there. Grenady able to take the lead. He doesn't have to do anything special here. Just keep all 4 wheels on the road. Doesn't get too close to those rocks, nor to the inside line that would be a little bit more treacherous.
Bobsleigh is chill. The bobsleigh, you are just relaxing. This cannot really go wrong at his level. He's thinking about the flip and he's thinking about the ending. But so far, beautiful execution by Grenady, and he just needs 20 seconds now to join Carl in those 3 map wins. The backflip, really good. Gonna release the legs,
he's
make
got
sure he
this.
gets that landing. He's doing everything
it
by the book right now.
Oh,
Going
maybe
out to
he
the right.
doesn't.
He's gonna take the
Maybe
second
he
half.
doesn't.
It's not gonna win him the round if Pack does this properly. He needs to ice slide now towards the ski jump, and Grenady will join
he's
Carl
good.
Jr. in that
Attaboy,
one
Grenady.
versus one to see who takes the first
Attaboy,
iteration
good
of Red Bull
job.
Faster. Medic, can you believe this?
What an end. Grenady fights back, wins the final 2 maps. Both of them nail biters, right? Against Pack and then against Uppy.
Man,
and now we see
that's so wicked that Hero is there. I wonder how much the tickets were.
Between Grenady and Carl Jr.
I want everyone in the crowd right now to get up on your feet and make some noise for these players in the last round. Please stand up and get some noise for these players. Make them hear you. If you want Grenady to win, let it be heard. If you want Carl to win, cheer for him. They're sitting right next to each other.
Look at how
and
nice
and rounds remaining on the first map, mind you.
Yes.
Going back to map 1.
Back to Showdown. Back to Showdown.
Carl picked.
It was Carl's pick. It is an explosive map. It's not just one lap, importantly, it's one map. So we are playing with the full 3-second life pool, which means we're likely to see, well, we'll see at most 7 rounds on this entire map.
Yeah, it's such a nice small venue, and
I think it's either sudden death or it's full map.
So I've been told it's full map. That's what Kem says
It's
played
the whole
normally.
map.
Yeah, whole map played normally. We'll jump
Okay.
into warm-ups.
That 2-minute orange timer is the countdown to get some hype in the Twitch chat and YouTube chat as well. Hope you've been enjoying watching this from home. And, you know, we had an instantly sold out venue here, but if this happens again, we'll make sure to make some more room for the rest of you, because being in this room right now is the best place to be as a Trackmania enjoyer.
Frickin'
So
rights.
good. Grenady chasing the biggest prize he's ever won, really. He won Ascension back in 2023, but this would top that by a long shot. For Carl, another day in the office at times. 6 championships under his name. This is the important
And
part of the map as well. We're
6
wondering why we've seen those
championships
slides.
Carl's won.
Grenady slid most of the time during his rounds. It was Pack
How many
that we saw
people
looking for those no slides.
are
Carl
watching
Jr.
this?
Did manage to pick up the win on
Where does
Showdown.
it say?
A lot of it being about the
15,000
ending
just
as well.
on this
Have to wait and see
Twitch stream,
how
and then
close
I
these
think
two are,
there's
'cause there's so
pretty
much
much that
pressure
same amount on the
their
YouTube
shoulders.
stream as
I
well.
cannot at the top of my head remember Grenady's
And that
performance, but we
is
know Carl
awesome
was
for this game and this community.
World record
It's so
probably like
wicked.
58.5. He was pushing it to like 58.7 every single round, and that is how he won the map, except for that one almost crash
Yeah.
in the start downhill. It's very scary with the icy tires. Not sure about what Grenady's
That's
personal best,
really
but he
good.
was driving 58s as well.
Grenady 58.74 on live is his personal best. So he is a
And anybody
speed
that's
demon
missing
when
this,
it
I
comes
feel
to this.
sorry
The
for
question
them,
is, can he
but,
be consistent? He's been playing
they can
like
watch it
weekly
again
live
after,
since
no
4
problem.
o'clock, and it's 9:30. He's been playing for the last couple of hours just in this
'Cause
finals
this
alone.
has been
20
really good.
seconds Before we get into
we count it
the
down?
sudden death showdown, we'll count down from 10. Virtue, you want to lead us?
With us, please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's do it.
Action begin. Milton Keynes here.
Buttery smooth, baby.
Carl versus Grenady. 3 seconds of health bar. Things can happen very quickly here.
I mean, it could be over in the first round. It could be a single mistake. We see both of them.
Shit, I'm sorry, buddy. I could have. I could have had it up where it skipped the ads. Sorry, bro.
So far here, you want to make sure you don't eat the gear, and neither of them do. Gennady able to hold on to it through the plastic turnover as we go round towards the right here. Carl Jr. with about a 10th lead at 500s right now. Low jump onto the dirt. He gets traction.
Okay, sorry, boys. I could have delayed it, but I didn't see that it was coming. Oh, Gennady clips a little bit.
It's not that bad, but it's going to be like 0.6 in terms of speed after the dirt as well. But it is putting the favorite in Carl's possession right now, because he was the one who won this map flawlessly, and one small mistake like that could almost be another. Very close there. I mean, for Gennady, they just adds the pressure. It just powers it on more and more and more, because now Carl just has to drive consistently. A 58.9, very high 58, but still a really good time. Gennady loses over half a second on the first round. Yeah, but he was able to stabilize. It was about 0.6 from that mistake, and he didn't lose further time, which can very often happen. So still within striking distance, and hopefully he can push back in this next round.
Question is, will Carl give him an opportunity to strike back? Carl doesn't leave those openings. No weakness in his armor usually when it comes to positions like this. Gennady with that wider line once again. Carl a little bit low on the bobsled means that Gennady will have a bit more speed coming through here. Always looking to see if they eat the gear. Both of them hold on to it into that plastic turnover.
You gotta be so locked in. Your mind cannot drift for a quarter of a second. You cannot think about the money. You cannot think about how the other guy is doing. You have to just be locked right in. To the point that everything almost goes in slow motion.
And into the downhill, Carl, as you said, not letting Gennady make a breakaway of any kind, but maybe he can stay close here and try again on the next one. Just minimize the damage ultimately, and what an ending! He's actually
really fast ending.
The can is far away. It's gonna be almost 2/10.
So it's a 10th in the end. Carl Jr. Backing into that plate means that he gets a little bit more speed, but still under 59 here from Gennady, and that's a great reset round. Get the adrenaline back under control. Make sure you're in a position where you can start to strike back. He has time. It's a 4/10 difference, but he's got another 5 laps on this track. Get back into it immediately. Needs to gain that amount every single round.
It's a trippy concept too. It's not like a best out of 5 race or something like that with this life bar of time. It's pretty cool.
But we really start to see the differences after this next corner here. A lot of airtime for Carl, but good line there after, and we'll go just about even with Gennady through this section. The bobsleigh and the slide, though, is where Carl has gained twice in a row now. Where does Gennady lose the time? Can he hold on? This time it's a lot better.
Man, they're just like mirror image of each other.
Yeah, get another 10th back here if he's got a good drift through that final corner. Question is, will we start to see these players no slide through that bobsleigh? It does get you speed, but it's a very risky thing to do. Gennady with the inside line here is going to have a little bit more speed coming around the corner. It's going to be close, but Gennady should be able to get a couple of thousands. Carl, though, with the car rotation.
No, wow.
Advantage back, 200ths. The lead there for
I guess because of the car rotation.
At about half a second in total.
Wow.
Full difference, but that backward strategy, as you saw.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, driver. Like, imagine how nervous you get in a cup final, where like
and we get back on in.
It's peanuts compared to this.
Gennady, time is running out. It can feel so rapid. It can feel so fast that you are. A map's gone, you've lost 1,000, you've lost a 10th. You need to start gaining in these positions. The question is, how do you gain on someone like Carl Jr.? We'll go through this, we'll look to see perhaps if that nose slide comes in. This drift a possibility.
He might try it. He has the wheel, he has
nice
there. And oh my god,
he might
be in the lead after this round if he keeps this difference. This is half a second.
Yeah, that's a big lead.
And now he's pulling away. He's pulling away by more. 7. He goes.
No, he clipped.
I'm not sure.
He definitely hit something.
He clipped. Oh my god.
Now again. Carl Jr. catching back up, and you can see the pressure mounting and really affecting Grenady now. Needs to
Damn, Grenady had a huge lead there. He's still going to get a little bit of a lead.
Almost overtakes Grenady at the line.
But that could have been like a second.
What an opportunity there. What an opportunity. The fortunate back wheel into the dirt wall. Luckily, one of the surfaces it cost the least time to crash on, so he still wins that round and chips away, but it's only 4 rounds remaining here. We're halfway on the map,
This is so awesome.
with this round starting.
But if you're Grenady as well, you're looking at it's like, I could have been 3/10 up. I could have been in the lead. You cannot think that way. You can't think that way, but it's got to play on your mind a little bit because
you can't even think about it. You got to be on to the next race, man.
And then you see it slip through your fingers as so many people have seen it.
That's what I say. You cannot let your mind drift for a quarter second.
Let's see perhaps that no slide as a possibility. This drift from Grenady, this is where Carl Jr. messed up on the last round, able to hold it this time. Grenady a little bit ahead, about 500ths as we get into the bobsleigh. Through that turbo, still both of them just deciding to slide. It's 700.
Oh my god.
Almost clips the checkpoint, but is able to hold on to it as they come through the dirt.
Very dangerous there. If he hits the back right tire towards the checkpoint, that would have cost a big speed loss. Carl would have been far in the lead, but here Grenady has his biggest lead yet going into the ending, except for that previous one.
No, what a beautiful turn.
1/10 more could go in his way. It's the can bounce though, and Carl does it backwards to get it consistently. Will the front tires push him further? It looks like it's about 1/10 again.
Another sub 59 as well, so consistent from these two. But now into the final 2 rounds. There is a
what up, Ram?
3/10 difference.
It's 0.25.
Yeah, 0.25.
It's a quarter of a second.
A quarter of a second.
Sounds good, driver. I'll check it out.
Glory for Carl. If you lose the 10th and lose the 10th, it's okay. That's what's been happening in the last couple of rounds. For Grenady, you just got to find that 5 extra speed from somewhere. A slightly better drift. The no slide is still a possibility. We haven't seen either of the players go for it. And obviously, if you're unpracticed on it, it can be your downfall. Once again, though, Carl Jr. out to a small early lead, a couple of hundredths, his advantage. This drift, Grenady has been catching back up, but Carl plays it well this time. Grenady with a little bit more speed coming over the jump means that he will overtake going into that bobsleigh section.
He does, and where does Carl end up afterwards? He has a nice exit there, more speed on the grass, and a perhaps slightly worse setup into the dirt. Grenady pulling away a little bit too close to Carl, just a car length between them. Grenady 200s or so ahead of the checkpoint.
Oh, what a beautiful turn.
In total in these last rounds. He will be in first towards the can, and we are going to come up to the last round. What is the difference between these two competitors going to be? The final bounce. Grenady gets it good, and he will chip away. It's 1700ths for Carl Jr. Grenady needs to gain 1700ths, and there is a trick on this map that does that.
I mean, the 100% is. The problem is, Grenady has not won a map by 1700ths in this showdown. He was being in the position to do it because Carl messed up a corner. The question is,
all right,
can
round
Grenady
7.
Find it? 2/10 between him and Glory. For Carl, all he needs to do is be Mr. Consistent. All he needs to do is
here it is. Can Grenady do it?
Down his first major title.
Oh my God! There it is.
2/10 ahead, his advantage now as he comes through the checkpoint. 2.5.
It's what he needs.
Enough. Carl, can he fight back? He's done it so many times before into the dirt jump. Now through the bobsleigh. It's 3/10 now for Grenady.
Oh my God!
On the cusp of victory, Grenady.
No, go back to Carl Jr.'s point of view. Yes, thank you.
Catches back up as you say low speed for Grenady means it's 4/10, but Carl does have more speed coming through.
Carl's catching up. No, go back to Carl Jr.'s point of view, man.
Still the advantage for Grenady. A final couple of corners between him and Glory. A final couple of corners. One jump between him and victory. Grenady sees it. The trophy is ours.
Okay, that was the cameraman's fault right there. That's such a piss off.
Jr. in the final moments that claims the trophy.
The final bounce.
Oh, that makes me kind of upset that we couldn't see what happened.
Because the hitbox of the spoiler hits that tile a little bit better, and that is so much for Grenady. It was right there.
I can't believe he caught up.
Carl Jr. wins Red Bull Faster, the first edition, and he keeps his.
Oh, that's gotta freaking hurt so
often
bad.
You get close to Carl, but you don't overtake him. So often, You get within a tenth of him, but you don't overtake him. And once again, it's Carl who takes the victory. It's Carl who will raise the trophy, and you can see the players talking.
Wow.
I can't believe it. He can't believe it either.
Like, Granati had the lead, but it's Carl who, in the end...
Oh, they gotta be able to show us a replay or something, man.
It's crazy. It's a crazy ending to a tournament, and it's Carl. I don't think likes even winning that way because he feels Granati got robbed.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's
Granati
just.
was in the lead, and then the bounce was just unfortunate. It does happen, and that's, as you say, while
I don't know why they switched off of Carl's point of view, because Carl's point of view, you can see both cars.
What we're seeing here, Carl is taken in the front stage here, but still, he played a fantastic match overall. He had the 3 map wins early, and he gets his 4th here.
Yeah, what a performance all round by Carl. Great maps across the semi-final and
Okay,
of course in the
he's
final
almost
for
in
Granati.
tears crying.
He was on a hair's breadth at the end, but
And that's
once
pretty
again,
awesome
too difficult to stand
that
into Carl's way.
you can race that many, like win that many times and dominate for so long that it still means that much to you.
Carl was able to claim the victory. Will
Right.
claim the prize as well as we are waiting to have him lift.
Oh, I feel so bad for Granati. And look, he's breaking down, man.
Red Bull Faster Champion, the inaugural one.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's why I wish they would have been at the other angle, and I'm waiting for them to show us, but I don't think they're going to be able to.
I can see everyone getting ready down there. Carl hugging his father as well.
Ah.
Great performance all round from Carl. We're going to hand it over to Semra, who is standing by with Carl.
Oh my days. What a grand final that was. Carl Jr., don't go too far. Don't even think he's listening to me. I think he's so caught up in the moment. We'll bring him over here in just a minute, but that was nothing short of spectacular. All the way down to the wire, literally down to the death. Just
Yeah,
when you thought it was
oh,
gonna
for
be Granati,
sure.
Carl
Like,
Jr., the 6-time world champion, pulls a rabbit
does
out of the
Granati
hat,
get
comes
anything?
out of virtually nowhere and steals the show once again. Come on over here.
Or is it just 50 grand to the winner? Because second
Please
place
go
should
ahead.
get something.
On the count of 3, wait for it. You can go up there, but on the count of 3. Okay. So you
Okay,
hold up
he
there.
does.
Stand next to it. Sorry. All right, hold that thought. I want all of you here in this lovely arena to help me on the count of 3 to get Carl Jr. to raise this incredible trophy as the first ever winner of Red Bull Faster. Are you ready? Come on, give it to me a bit more there. Are you ready? Woo! All right. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Attaboy. Trophy's kind of weak, though. Like, it just looks like a racing steering wheel.
Come on down there once more.
What,
I mean, they
baby?
call you a goat for a reason, or the goat for the reason, right? You know, understandable.
I see you
Just
have chocolate
unbelievable
all over your
performance for
face.
You are now the only person in the world, by the way, to have this trophy. How does it feel?
It feels
What,
good.
baby?
It feels good, but it's weird to
Yeah,
win
you
on a
sound
bug,
so-
man. Like I don't know. Granadi had me, and he had the most unlucky bug
you
in
wipe
the
your face?
worst round. I feel really good about winning, but I also feel really weird about winning it that way. But we did have a sick 1v1 with the full pressure. We went till the last round. And
Yeah, no,
really
you
props
couldn't
to
have
Granadi.
asked for
How he
a
came
better
back.
race, a closer
Yeah.
race. I just wish I would have seen that ending is all.
As well.
It was incredible emotions for us up there at the balcony, casting the match, and
Yeah,
incredible
good.
scenes down to the last
Something here.
round. And I want to hear your opinion now also on the format overall, your experience playing this tournament. Is it something you want to see more of? And just talk us through like your entire experience with Red Bull Faster.
It's been amazing. Like I don't have anything to say, but of course when I win, everything is amazing, right? So I might be biased, but no, the format was sick. Everything here was so good. The competition was there, and yeah, everything was super amazing. Like congrats.
Congrats indeed. Congrats to everyone. Why don't you come stand in the middle, actually? You're the star of the show here.
Want to sit on Daddy's knee?
Well, I guess we're going to wrap things up then. It's been a nice, long, beautiful day. So we just want to say thank you to all of you who are here with us. You've been absolutely sensational. You've really helped to bring this competition to life.
So the guy from Canada won the whole thing.
Thank you as well to Egon by AOC and to Nadeo. And to Medic, who's still up there on the balcony. Give him a nice shout out as well.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. Like, I think it is an actual F1 wheel, and it is sick.
Yeah.
But as far as a trophy goes,
all the way to Milton Keynes to see this,
like, put it on
thank,
top of a
Red
trophy
Bull and
or something.
Chris from Red Bull for contacting
I
me
can't
about this
believe they're not
project. It's
showing
been
us a
something we've
replay.
worked on
Like,
for
show us a replay.
over half a year, so it's all culminated in this final, and it's really cool to be able to bring something like this to my favorite game. Meet all the favorite players and the best players in the world, have them all come here and play the game we all love.
Oh, you want to swaddle?
Thank you to everyone who made this possible. Thank you to Aegon
swaddle.
by AOC, the sponsors as well.
Yeah, you remember how Daddy showed you?
And let's hope that we can do something like this again. This has been amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
guys.
make it into a triangle. That's right. Just like I used to swaddle you. We wrap it around. And then bring it in the back and tuck it in. And there's your swaddled kitty. Okay? Give me my headphone. Virtual shirt doesn't look as bad with the jacket on. See, I'd just be getting pumped up like that. So I can't believe they're still just not going to show a replay from Carl's point of view. And whoever was controlling the cam there. That sucks that we didn't get to see how he caught up that much. He was ahead by so much. Yeah, I can turn the TV on.
Yeah, go.
That was really awesome, you guys. So yeah. That's just awesome for this community. If you guys haven't finished your backwards maps yet, get on them. Sky Baby, can you say hi to Remy?
Hi, Remy.
Hi, Remy.
Cartoon. I gotta get Remy.
Yeah, I gotta finish the scenery on mine. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not going to be streaming tonight. I'm going to be playing with my kids. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Much love, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Whoa. Well, hold on. Sky Baby, say, come say it with that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say, I'm Z, and you'll say, I'm Sky, and then we're both going to say, and we're out. Peace. Okay. Ready? I'm Z.
I'm Sky.
And we're out. Peace.
We're out. Peace.
That was really good. But actually, Dad wants to record that, so let's do it one more time. Okay. I'm Z.
I'm Sky.
And we're out. Peace.
We're out. Peace.
Awesome. Okay, yes. See you guys. See you tomorrow.
No. You